All right, good morning. My name is Bob Connors. I'm chairman of the Newbury Police Station Building Project Construction Committee. Uh, Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. When I call your name, please respond. Martha Taylor,
Here.
John Keller, Eric Svan, Chief Lucy. From the design team, Steve Theron.
OPM, Steve here.
Okay, Doug Gordon,
Here.
Zelton Tonic.
Here.
Anyone else? Craig Johnson or Jeff Shaw on the line?
Not at the
Okay.
moment.
No, Jeff might be on the line. I don't know. Not
Okay.
yet. Don't know if he's attending.
Okay. Good morning. This open meeting of the Newbury Police Station Building Project Construction Committee is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of COVID-19. In order to mitigate the transmission of COVID-19, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings. And as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order, which you can find posted with the agenda materials for this meeting, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. Please note this meeting is being recorded and the attendees are participating by video conference. Okay.
John Keller is here and John Lucy is on his way. He's having a little computer issue.
Okay. Good morning, John. We just did the preamble to open the meeting.
Okay.
And why don't we turn to tab 1? And hopefully the chief will be on board by then. Tab 1 is the meeting minutes from the 12/9/20 meeting. Why don't we take a moment to review those? Martha, you see anything? Nothing popped out at me.
No, I didn't see anything. I'll admit that I didn't go back and check all the amounts on finances, but
Yeah.
I'm sure John's got them right, so.
Of course.
Okay.
Let's see. Just got a text from, he's having some trouble. He's going to try with his phone.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, bear with me. I just need to email him the link.
We forget that our police representative is also the chief of police that has 80 hours a week to do in his daytime job.
he's here.
Hey, good morning, Chief. John Lucy, you may be on mute.
I think he's just, he's good
You
now.
guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can, John.
I'm sorry about that. I'm on my phone. My office computer is still, I need a good IT person. Anybody know anybody? Oh, it's been a disaster these past couple of days. I don't know what's going on. I'm
Yeah.
being tech.
So, John, all we've done is I've read the preamble to open the meeting. We're at tab 1, and we're reviewing the minutes from the December 9th, 2020 meeting.
Okay.
So that's where we're at, and it appears no one has any questions. So why don't I move do we have a motion to accept the December 9th, 2020 meetings?
I'll make a motion
Meeting,
to accept.
Minutes. Okay, second.
I'll second that.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a roll call vote. Martha Taylor,
Yes,
John Lucy,
Yes.
John Keller,
Yes.
and Bob Connors vote yes. Motion carries unanimously. Okay, let's turn to tab 2. Tab 2 is pay rec number 13 from BC Construction. We have the appropriate letter of recommendation from Vertex. It has been signed by the architect, and everything appears to be in order. Do we have a motion to accept?
so moved.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion, team, on the pay rec 13?
So Steve, you and Zell are all good with it? Obviously.
My only comment is that the copy that you're seeing was the blank final. It's not the signed final, which you do have in your possession. It's just not the one you're seeing here.
Oh, okay, all right.
So,
So we should, well, I think Eileen has that already, but we
yeah, she should.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just
The-
saying this copy was not signed yet.
Certified actually is probably the right word.
Certified, sorry.
Yes.
all of the information is accurate, though.
Yes,
Okay. All right,
You got the
great.
warrant sheet, Bob.
What, John?
I resent the email I sent last night that has the warrant sheet.
Oh, okay, great. All right, so we have a motion, we've seconded. No further discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Martha Taylor,
yes,
John Lucy. John Lucy?
Yes. Yes.
John Keller,
Yes.
Bob Connors votes yes, the motion carries unanimously. All right, let's turn to tab 3. Okay, you have the monthly context invoice. We have a letter of recommendation from Vertex. Everything appears to be in order. Do we have a motion to accept?
so moved.
A second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion on the context monthly invoice? Okay, hearing none. Roll call vote. Martha Taylor,
Yes,
John Lucy,
Yes.
John Keller,
Yes.
and Bob Connors votes yes. Motion carries unanimously. Okay, tab 4 is the Vertex monthly invoice. Certainly there is not a letter of recommendation from Vertex on their own invoice. But John Keller, you've reviewed this.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Do we have a motion to accept the monthly Vertex invoice?
so moved.
Okay, second.
Second.
Okay, any discussion on this invoice? Okay, hearing none. Roll call vote. Martha Taylor,
Yes,
John Lucy,
Yes.
John Keller,
Yes,
Bob Connors votes yes, motion carries. Okay, tab 5. Tab 5 is change order number 4. If you look at this, it has the PCOs that we previously reviewed and approved and have been included in this change order. Why don't we have a motion in a second, then we can get into discussion on this. Do we have a motion to accept change order number 4?
so moved.
A second.
Second,
Okay, discussion. So we're looking at PCOs 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, and 27. There are still a couple of outstanding PCOs that are being reviewed or in dispute. So the total being $27,587.05 for change order number 4. Team, anyone have any questions?
I don't think so. I mean, these are all things that we've reviewed and
Yeah, this, I mean, honestly, this is more just the final paperwork to amend the contract amount, so. Okay, hearing no further discussion, call for a vote. Martha Taylor,
yes,
John Lucy,
Yes.
John Keller,
Yes,
Bob Connors votes yes. So Steve Zell, we'll incorporate this amount into the next pay records.
Yep.
Okay. All right, turning to tab 6. All right, team. I presented an update to the select board last night regarding the status of the project and projected schedules and projected cost as of January 6th. And the select board wanted to thank all the parties. A lot of good feedback on the building. Everyone likes it. And certainly everyone was recognized for their hard work and efforts to get this project from 7 years ago being a dream to actually the flagpole and the sign, exterior sign is ready to go in. So thank you all for all your participation. Sometimes the chairman gets more credit than he's due simply because I'm a facilitator and talking more than I probably should, but it's a team effort. Everyone's played such a critical role here to get us to this point. And I want to thank you all. It's been very enjoyable working with everybody.
well, thank you, Bob, too.
Okay, so tab 6 doesn't require a motion, I guess, as it's already been done. If you turn to tab 7, John Lucy was able to secure a $25,000 grant from Seabrook Station towards our genset. And this has been a lot of work. Mike Riley initiated this and pretty much stonewalled by Seabrook for the radio silence. Certainly, Chief Lucy brought this home and we get a $25,000 grant towards the generator. I'm not quite sure how the town applies that, whether it goes to the project, goes to the general fund, but I wanted to memorialize it in our records. So, John Lucy, job well done.
Don,
Okay, if we turn to tab 8, we have secured a number of energy credit opportunities from National Grid. Those have been included, approximately about $10,000. So in a nutshell, all of the new technology required by code basically creates an energy savings that entitled us to a rebate from National Grid. So a lot of hard work went into this, and Tracy Blaze is leading the effort to close this out. It's post-construction documentation that'll be required. Okay. So moving on, tab 9. Team, one of the things we've discussed is a building with the systems that we now have within our community is under warranty for 12 months. But post-warranty, we wanted to reach out and look at what opportunities were available for service contracts. So I've incorporated those in the last part of our meeting packet, more for easy access for a town administrator and procurement to be able to look at them all in one area. So this particular tab is the HVAC part of it. So I'm just going to go through these unless anyone has any questions. Okay. Tab 10 is on the generator. Power Products has provided us a service contract. Again, that's post warranty. Okay, tab 11, Delta Beckwith. Certainly, we're all aware that elevators need to be inspected annually, and you're required to have a service contract. So here is the service contract for 7 Morgan Avenue. Okay, on tab 12, Sparhawk Group will be providing the town, acting as our commissioning agent for the closeout documentations, O&M stuff, and completion of the system and startup. So that's their proposal there. And last but not least, on tab 13, we have an invoice for PRS Group. They're our IT provider. John Lucy sent this over to me last night, so I put it in the packet today. John, why don't you give us a quick recap of what this is, but I'd like to be able to process this today and have John Keller send over a warrant cover sheet so we can get this into the next warrant batch, if possible.
All right, yeah, in a nutshell, what this is all building project related preparations, dialogues, planning, their time, site visits, infrastructural designs as it relates to PRS's responsibilities. So this is just a culmination of those hours to prepare for the transition and the installation.
Okay, great. Do we have a motion to accept the PRS Group invoice?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, any further discussion or questions regarding this invoice?
I've already sent over the warrant cover sheet to everybody by email. So Bob, you can print it and attach it, and then Eileen will need to put whatever numbers on the cover sheet I don't have.
Yeah, what I'll do, John, is I'll make a copy of the invoice, print a couple of copies, sign them, and I'll get them to the police station. And then, as we know, John Lucy can track anybody down in a moment's notice. I think he has GPS trackers on our vehicles just to make sure we get stuff done. And I'll do that. So, okay, no further discussion. Roll call vote. Martha Taylor,
Yes.
John Lucy,
Yes.
John Keller,
Yes.
and Bob Connors votes yes. Okay, team, that closes out all of the content for our packet. If there's no further business before the committee, I would say we should close the meeting. Anyone have any questions, concerns? Why don't we go around the table? Martha, do you have any comments?
No, I don't at this time. It's just, it's great to be at this point.
Yeah. John Lucy, any comments?
Just a real quick one. I was, after the select board meeting last night, I was in the office for a little while longer. I took a walk over as I usually do. I was amazed to see that Mike Cresta was there, overseeing, walking the place, making sure everything looks right. And he was doing some work in our soon-to-be dispatch area. I'm not sure what he was doing in there, but he had papers spread out, and he was, keeping the loose ends tight and just walking through the place. It's amazing. It's absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to be able to show everybody when it's all done.
Okay, thank you, John. John Keller.
Oh, I'm all set. I'm excited to see the finished products.
Okay. Zell, how about yourself?
I'm good, thank you.
Steve?
All set, thank you.
Okay. Doug?
All set, sir.
All right. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody. It's exciting times. You know what? I did want to mention one thing. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Zell, we just want to make sure too, what do we need to do for site plan approval? I think we quickly talked about it. Martha, you were saying we need as-built drawings to be submitted to the planning board.
Yeah, there needs to be an as-built drawing that's submitted and basically accepted by the board and its agent. In this case, we didn't have our, our peer reviewer doing inspections since, you guys, Steve and Doug were on the site. So I think we'll probably be looking back to you to have you confirm that the as-built reflects what was actually installed.
Okay, so a corresponding affidavit, it would probably be proper to include with the as-builds from the design team.
I think that would make sense. Now, the site plan review bylaw does say that the certificate of occupancy is tied to getting that. So,
Okay, that's a twist for us.
yeah, and I didn't realize, I went back and looked at it the other day. So, I mean,
Well, we can probably go with a temporary occupancy pending that, Martha.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. And I don't foresee any issues.
That usually works anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Zell, the other thing is we're going to need to do a submittal to our Conservation Commission for a certificate of compliance. So just documents I'd like to start being prepared by the design team, and just so they don't get lost in the shuffle as we get down to the last inning of this project. I personally want to wrap this thing up this spring with sign-offs and approvals if possible. So, all right, that's all I got, and thank you, everyone.
All righty.
Okay, thank
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See
See you in a few.
yeah.
Take care.
See ya.